All sights are set on one glittering goal. The chance to play and win in the Super Bowl.
8-16, great Monday night football game last night. Broncos, Chargers. Chargers up 24-0 at the half. Broncos rally, score 35 straight in the second half, win the game 35-24. Here to help us break it all down is the old coach himself, John Madden. Good morning, Coach. How are you?
Hey, good morning. Another tough morning to wake up. Last night we were staying up late watching this football game. And did you see the game last night? It was a good one.
Oh, heck of a game, Coach. Heck of a game.
Well, we were driving in a Madden Cruiser, driving down the road, and we saw the game. It was like 24-0, which probably most of the time that means that the other team didn't get any touchdowns when it's 0.
That's
great.
Yes.
We were driving, and my wife said, since the game is a whitewash, while we pull the Cruiser over and clean the toilet out, and we're standing there on the side of the turnpike and flushing out the toilet and come back in the Cruiser bus. Next thing I know, the score is 35-24. I said, "What's going on?" And they talked about Peyton Manning and coming back. And here's a guy who can throw the football like Jim Plunkett or Teddy Stabler from the Raiders. Those are guys who can throw the football. And but last night was a great game. And did you see the game last night?
Yeah, I thought we covered that already.
Yeah, well, we were driving down the road. Now, you talk about the games over the weekend, and we talked about the Eagles game. When I heard about the Eagles, I kind of think about the Eagles song, driving down the road, trying to loosen my load, and trying to think about 7 teams making it to the playoffs. And next thing you know, Michael Vick is scrambling, and they're losing to the Lions. If you lose to the Lions, that's not very good.
Well, when I think of the Lions, Coach, I always think of that Thanksgiving Day game, with the Lions.
Well, the Lions, you're right. The Thanksgiving Day game is celebrated once a year because Thanksgiving happens only once a year. And when we have a Thanksgiving game, we play this football game, and we always share the turducken. You get a little turkey, a little duck, a little chicken, and whap it together, and kind of tastes real good. And but we were watching the football games over the weekend, and you talked about the Redskins. Now, this RPG guy,
RG3, Coach, RG3,
C3PO or PS3 or this guy RG3. You talk about pregame rituals, and these guys get in their locker room. Some guys do a little Zulu dance, and some guys make sure they got all their right stuff on, their necklaces and the chains and the rings. And, RG3, here's a guy that, right before the game, he'll go into the changing room, and he's got a little mirror there and a little shaving cream, and he actually shaves, Now, when he came out ready for the game, did you see he's got a big Band-Aid on his face? That's because he cut himself shaving.
I didn't know that.
When you cut, I don't think he was using the right shaving cream.
You
probably use a little tough acted on that.
Coach, it's brilliant analysis as always each week, and we appreciate you lending it to us.
Well, again, it's October and everybody's wearing pink, so we got to make sure we're out there breast cancer awareness and make sure you get your hands on the boobs. And boobs are good.
Coach, have yourself a great day.
Okay, this is John Madden.
It's 8:20. Talk Radio WR.